Hello, welcome back to my channel. You are here on Reclaim with Dr. David, and I'm so excited to talk about a topic that I've talked about recently, and I'll be talking about it on a maybe a little bit, going a little bit deeper in the topic. And this was about choices. So I talked about choices, and when I was talking about choices, I mentioned that for us to be able to alter our choices, to be able to change the choices that we make, we have to watch out on what we feed ourselves through our five senses, and that is sight, hearing, speaking, the tactile, the touch, and smell. So, today I want to talk about that, and we'll go a little bit deeper so that you can understand how to change the choices that you are making today for the better. There is a reason why Jesus said, take heed of what you hear. In other words, be attention on what you hear or you listen to. What we feed ourselves affects us tremendously and can change a lot in the way we see the world, the way we interpret things, by just the way we feed ourselves through our senses. The first thing I want you to be aware of is that you are a spirit that lives in the body and that has a soul. You are a spirit, you have a soul, and you live in the body. So the body is just, the body is dust, right? And within this body is not me. This body is just, I'll say, like a costume. But the real you is within, is inside. It's the one who knows how to look after this body. When you get hurt, when you are happy, when you see obstacles, you tell the body what to do. So, as I said, you are a spirit. You have a soul. What is the soul? The soul is your emotions, your mind, and your will. So that includes your thoughts, emotions, your thoughts, everything is in your soul. The spirit is the real you that God put in this body. And then you have, so the real you have the emotions, have the will, has the mind, has the thoughts, which is the soul. And then after this soul, we have the body. So the body is outside, the soul is in the middle, and the spirit is on the other side. So think about it. The spirit knows God. As I said previously, even those who call themselves atheists, they know deep within themselves that God exists, that God is. They know that. But they fight trying to deny themselves of what they know already. So, now, the spirit is the real you who know God, who knows that you're supposed to live eternally. That's why you are fighting. For thousands of years, we are fighting death. We are trying to live as long as we can. We know we are not supposed to die. So there are so many things that we know already without even anybody telling us. They're in the spirit, the knowledge of God, the knowledge of good and evil, all these things. They are in your spirit. Now, your thoughts can be altered in the soul, can be altered and changed through what you are feeding yourself. So if you're hearing something, let's say something that is really bad for you, makes you want to do something bad, right? Make a bad choice. You get it through maybe someone telling you, that's through your hearing. Maybe you saw something, that's through your sight. Maybe you smelled something and reminding you, you need to do something. You need to make a bad choice. Maybe something that you did before, or it's new, but you just want to make something wrong. Now it's going through your mind, and that's through in your soul. And you're starting to think, should I not? We've all been there. Should I take this decision? But I know it's bad, but should I just do it? Now the soul is just a bunch of thoughts that you have there, and emotions, and also you've got the will to choose and to decide. You've got the will deep down. You have the right to choose. Now the emotions, if they are too high, they can overrule everything. But if they are lower and your thoughts are high, and you start analyzing everything, it can overrule everything. But it's here in the soul where everything happens. You can say, oh, I know it's the wrong decision, but it's gonna make me feel good, or it's gonna make me, for example, even if you want to, like one of the examples, sleeping with somebody out of your marriage, it's bad. or having sex before marriage. You know that is not good for yourself. Maybe something that we talk about in the future videos. That is not good for you. But you're going to do it anyway because of how it makes you feel. Now, before the decision is made, this soul always talks to the spirit and says, you know, spirit, I want to do this. And the spirit knows what's right and knows what's wrong. It knows what God's will. You know, so the spirit, which is the real you, will tell the soul, oh, my thoughts, listen to me. That is a wrong idea. And your thoughts will start bouncing. No, no, no. Think about it this way. If we do this and we do this, then this is gonna happen, and then everything's gonna be good. We feel really good. If I take that money, then you're gonna be rich, and this and this, and the spirit is telling you that is not the right way to earn that money. And the thoughts are thinking about, no, no, but if we don't take this money, you're gonna stay poor. You're gonna this and this and this, all the negative things. No, no, no. Let's just do it. So now, who's gonna win between your soul and your spirit? It's all based on who is strong. The spirit wants to do what's right. The thoughts and the emotions and everything in you, that's the soul, wants to do what is wrong despite that, because of how it will make you feel. The soul doesn't think in terms of, consequences, like, it's mainly about emotions, how it makes you feel, which is the bad way to make a decision. If you make a decision based on how it makes you feel, that is the bad decision. That's the wrong way to do things. I'm not going to go into that maybe for the next video. So now we have two things that are fighting each other. So the soul and the spirit, two sides of you. So you've got you, who is the spirit, and your thoughts and your soul. So your soul will win if it is strong. How does it get strong? That's what we're going to talk about. The soul will win, the spirit will win if it is stronger than the soul. How does that happen? So if you have been feeding yourself, listening to something that is causing you to make bad decisions, seeing things that make you want to do bad decisions, feeling things that makes you want to make wrong decisions, smelling things that make you want to make wrong decisions, all these things. If that happens, the information will go to the soul. If it is the first time that you have encountered this, whatever it is, the decision, the soul will be weaker because it has not seen this before. The spirit, you say, oh, spirit, let's do this. And you say, no, that is bad because of this and this and this. And at this point, because it's the first time you've seen this, whatever that you see, these temptations, you are stronger because the spirit is stronger and the soul is weak. But the more you listen to these things, to this music, to these people, to whatever that you are, the more you watch these things that you are watching, that you know they're making want to make bad decisions, bad choices. Although you are not making these bad decisions at this point, the first thing to do is to stop, because the more you're exposed to those things, you are feeding your soul. Your soul, what is your soul? Remember, it's your thoughts, it's your mind, it's your will, your emotions, they're all in your soul. So you get things feeding, you'll be feeding your soul through these senses that you're using on the outside. I'll show another example. Maybe you are with somebody who wants to sleep with you. And at the first time, it's going to be easy because the spirit is still stronger than the soul, because the soul has not been in this situation long enough. So it's still weaker. It hasn't been fed enough emotions, enough hearing, enough seeing. So the first time, you'll be able to conquer and keep going. The second time, the third time, the spirit will start getting weaker. You keep saying, don't do it. And the soul will say, okay, I heard you. Let's not do it. The second time, you're exposed to those stimuli, I could call them. The spirit is still stronger, but it gets weaker the more you're exposed to those temptations. The more you see these things, the more you repeatedly see these things, the spirit starts getting weaker, which is you. You are getting weaker. So whatever you do when you are making yourself weaker. Now the emotions, the soul, which contains your emotions, your thoughts, your will, your mind, it's getting stronger because you are feeding it, getting stronger. So the voice of the soul is getting louder, while your voice, the spirit, is getting lower. It's getting lower. And at one point, it's going to lose the battle. You're going to lose the battle. And the soul will take over. And that's how we end up making bad choices. If we've never made those wrong choices before, and we find ourselves making bad choices, that's how it happened. Now, It's very important. So if that has already happened to you, you are at this stage where your spirit is low and your soul is high and it's ruling your life. You're ruling your life based on emotions and your own thoughts and everything, and you are not consulting your spirit, which is yourself. What you need to do right now is to starve your soul. Don't feed it what it's asking you to do. I know it's hard. When it gets to the level of addiction, you might need help from professionals, help from your leader, your pastor, or friends or family. But you're gonna need, if you are at the level of being addicted, you feel you're unable to control your soul, which is your thoughts and emotion and everything. That is when you need to get help. But if you can right now, starve your soul. Don't give it anything that is asking you, that making it stronger and overruling you, which is the spirit. Second, feed your spirit. Feed your spirit. How do you feed your spirit? To get it stronger, so I can get to that level where it's higher and the soul is lower. Feed through the body, feel the spirit. How do you feel the spirit? By spending time in prayer, by reading the Bible, getting God's words inside you, spending time with the right people who talk the talk that you want to hear, the music that are about things that you want to hear. Watch videos and movies that are telling you what you are supposed. No, you want. Sorry, you probably don't want to hear it, but what you need to hear. You probably don't want to hear these things because your soul is there and the spirit is there. Even if you don't want to, just push through. You don't want, but you want to, but you need to. So after you've done that, the third thing you need to do is be aware. Be aware. Your soul is what everyone is after. If they get your soul, they've got you. If they get your soul to be strong enough, they will control you, who is the spirit, by your own thoughts. And you're going to make decisions that will please them, not decisions that will please you. That's why sometimes we end up making choices and decisions, and we realize that we didn't make them for our own interest, we made them for others. And we get into the addiction of not caring for ourselves and so on. So watch out. The media, things that you watch, they're after you. All the videos, apart from this one that you're watching, of course, most videos that are out there, you need to be aware of them. Just be careful. Do not watch something that is taking you in a path that you don't want to take. Listen to the music that are pure good, that are helping you. Do not listen to any music or any songs or anything or anyone who are taking you, or which is taking you in the path that you don't want to take. So I hope I made it clear. And I'm hoping and I pray that you will be able to make right decisions from now on, based on this video. If there's anyone that you know who might be struggling in this area, you can use this video, share it with them to be able to uplift them and help them. And I hope that from now on, you're going to make a step forward into making right choices. Remember, you make your choices and your choices make you. Whatever you do in life, whatever choices you're making, they're affecting you today, they're affecting your life in the future. But to some extent, as I said in my previous video, the choices that you make today are not going just to affect you, they're going to affect your children and your grandchildren, just as the life that you live today to some extent are a consequence of some decisions that people before you, who lived before you, made. And that's why you're living. It's for the better, or the worse, but you're living some of the consequences of what they did. And whatever choices you're making today are going to be affecting not you, but other people after you. So be aware of this and make the right choices. I pray that the Lord will help you, and I pray that this video is going to help you to build you up, uplift you, and to strengthen you to continue making right choices. God bless you. Stay strong, and I will see you in the next video. You are here on Reclaim with Dr. David. And please, before you go, subscribe, please, and push the bell to make sure that when we release the new video, you'll be able to see it, and also that you will be able to be notified, and also our channel will grow. The more people subscribe, the more souls you'll be able to reach. God bless you, my friend.